Okay, we're going to start lot number 51, non-restricted long guns, and carry on from there. Lot number 51, and we're just mainly talking about actions. I'm going to try and go a little bit faster. 51 has got nothing to talk about on the Weatherby. It is virtually a new piece, so nothing to worry about on that one there. 52, Craig Jorgensen. I don't know if you can tell. I keep talking myself in and out of this being a good idea. This feels just a little bit stiff, but only a cleaning. You know, that's my opinion. That I'm okay offering an opinion on. To me, that just, ooh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. A little bit of a cleaning. This one here is just mechanically, I think you can buy as new. This is the AMT, which is virtually, it's kind of a Ruger 1022 knockoff, and they call it a fly swatter. Big heavy bull barrel on it, but mechanically, you're just dealing with a newer, don't have to worry about kind of a piece. This Winchester's got some miles on it, lot number 54 on the 30-30, but positive. It feels like what it looks like. This one here feels like this is a decent piece. I did sort of look at this one in the, I looked at all of them. So mechanically I think you're okay on this one here, and it's exactly what you would expect, but it's hard to keep apologizing for the video as we're making it. That makes no sense. On the Remington, this one looks nice. Feels nice. I think the worst thing you can say about this one is it's a bit dry. I'm going to say it's probably been sitting in the vault for so long that it needs a little bit of lubrication. That's the worst you can say about that piece. The next one's a little bit rougher, and on occasion, it's even sluggish when you're pulling it. And right now, so I want to unlock it, and you have to kind of fight with the mechanism a little. It does work. You know, I say that now. There we go. But you can see I had to struggle with it a little bit. So it's a bit dirty. I'm gonna pull the trigger this time. Open up, and you can see it's got just a bit of a neglect as far as getting it clean. But it is cycling through, but that one's gonna take a little bit more love. That one needs a bit more attention. These ones, there's never anything wrong with these ones. These are a meat and potatoes bolt action shotgun. So nothing to report on that one. Exactly what you would expect. 59, little repeater bolt action. This is a pretty cream piece if you were a kid back in the day. Or if you're a kid today. Kids today are spoiled though. So I don't think there's anything to report on that one. It feels quite nice. Locks in place, so we're good. The next one is, I'm going to say, as new. This one is a dual purpose 22 long rifle and 20 gauge, not dual purpose, but dual caliber, and it's virtually new. No fiber optic sights front and rear, and it's a what you see is what you get because it's got no miles on it at all. It's got some of the original documentation to go along with it. 61 on the Ruger. Some of them I remember as soon as I pick them up, so I don't have any reason to think that there is any kind of excess use or abuse of any nature on that one. So okay, you buy with confidence on that one, and that's just an opinion, just as I'm going along here. So so you still have to take it for what it's worth. I'm trying to do you a favor, but I'm hoping it doesn't bite me in the bum. Webley & Scott, number 62. All things considered, it's got some age on it. I mean, that is tight. There's no wiggle on that. It's very, very positive in its lock and unlock. I'm going to pull the trigger once on it. It's kind of neat because you got that almost a hammer that, you know, it's a little bit crude in the hammer, but I don't think you would expect anything less, or in the trigger. I don't think you would expect anything less, but mechanically that feels like it's really locking up and functioning nicely. And on the double barrel, 63 on this one. Very tight, like, I don't mean tight in a bad way in that respect. It's locking up and it's disengaging, but it is, it's also a little bit snug to open. And I think it's because it doesn't have a lot of miles on it. It is a price point piece, but I also don't think it got any miles to get kind of broken in, so you're dealing with that. Okay. I don't know if we've talked about this possibly being refinished or not. 1909 year, because it certainly looks awfully nice for the year. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Of course, when you're here, you smell them. The lettering, the numbering is so crisp that I would have no reason to think it's been polished. And good positive cycling there. Box mag is tight. Everything feels awesome on it. It just seems maybe a little bit too good. The mag is marked 351. So mechanically, I think you can be confident on that one. Now on this Canadian Pacific Centennial, has no box, as you can see. Has had a little bit of use, so you got a little bit of scuffs on it. You might even have, is there any surface pitting or something? Certainly there's a scratch or two on it. Well marked CPR. It hasn't had a lot of use, but the fact that it has had some means that maybe you won't feel guilty about taking this one out and using it. Most of these collector pieces, these commemoratives, they don't get to go outside and play. And this one, since it's been outside and played, may as well do it some more, right? So mechanically, I don't see anything to talk about on that one. 66. Another little 22 repeater. Still has the fixed rear sight, but also a little optic on it. There's nothing to report on that one. It has had use. It has not had abuse. It feels good in there. Good engagement or removal and locking in of that. So you're good on that one. This next one is in good condition. I already remember it. Like I said, we're going to have these spread out on viewing day so that they don't touch each other as much. This one is great. I don't know if the camera sees inside when we're doing this, but I mean, you can just tell there's no. Well, you can't always tell because if somebody took extra care of it, you're gonna see clean. But you don't even see a lot of wear on the finish where the grip of the fore end is going back and forth. So that's a pretty good indication that this does not have a lot of miles on it. And I would be very comfortable saying that about this one. On this drilling, number 68. Absolutely wonderful piece. Now then, let's talk about calibers. 16 gauge and 9.3 by 72R. Absolutely beautiful. The patina on that is beautiful. I know that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the action and the control functions of it. And we have 2 or 3 drillings in the sale, or at least multi-calibers and stuff. And this one is, and they're all great. There's no schmutz in the sale at all. And this one's no different. This one's got the selector here and here. Very nice flip up sight there. This one here you can buy with confidence. I'm not going to start pulling triggers and whatnot. I would feel a little uncomfortable on this one. But mechanically, oh, this one's got a box in the bottom. Even that, like sometimes you see this type of a configuration and it's loose and floppy just because of the way they're designed. This one is still, I mean, look at the trouble I'm having opening it. Let's be graceful. I'm going to put some extra rounds in there and the snaps into place. Very impressive. So it's got some years on it, but it has had no abuse and I would think light use. On the coach gun here, the Norenko, newer, so nothing to report. Price point piece, but these things don't get a lot of use. You can see definitely there's powder buildup there and use buildup there. It's had some use, but they never get enough use. Almost never get enough use to be an issue. I don't know which trigger it goes, which is. So they both lock nicely. Does have a safety. and they both unlock nice. So, but these days typically don't get too much use. A little more age on this one, lot number 70 on the Stevens. Hopefully you can get a sense that really is a nice lockup. Mechanically, it feels nice. Like that is when it's up. It's not moving around, it's not flopping around. That's not the be-all and end-all for telling you a story, but hopefully you can just tell by that little demonstration that it is a pretty snug little piece. I feel a little movement there. Now it is a takedown, so not that you would want to wrench it. Okay, and that movement is gone. So it was just a little. It is a takedown unit, so it's to be expected. This one here it's clearly had some after bling. Lot number 71, Wilmot, and you can see that each one of these in the checkering has had a little nail on the nail head decoration. I can't bet my life that I don't know when that was done, but I don't think it was at the factory. A little bit of looseness you can see, or maybe you can hear it better. A little bit of looseness when it is locked up, and then so I think what you see is what you get. It's got some miles on it, it's got some age on it, a little bit loose when it's. This hammer is a bit beat up on this side. Are they matching? They're almost matching, but yet probably because they're handmade, they're going to be a little bit different. So I think this is one you hang on the wall, in my opinion. I think it's got a great character because of the bling that they've added to it. The nail head decorations. So I think it's got some bling that is fun, but it's probably not one you're going to take out to be your annual hunt gun. Number 72, a little sporterized piece. Look at how short that is. That is a neat little piece. This is a usable hunting rifle. This is, what you see is what you get, not dissimilar to mine, and you're going to go have some fun with it. And it's not a high-end collectible. The action is cycling nicely, but heavily sporterized and so on. Let's see the last one in this group, lot number 73, Thompson Center Arms, which of course is good brand, on the 45 cal percussion. It's got a set trigger. Now I did make a mistake on okay, so the rear was a set. I'm going to let this one fall once on my hand. Oh, I ended up doing it right on the nipple. My bad. It's got a set trigger, and that's because it is a nice trigger. Yeah, it's got the set trigger, so it's very nice. Nice quality because it is a Thompson compared to some of the other knockoff brands. So I think what you see is what you get on this one, but it is definitely engaging, disengaging, and the set trigger definitely is impressive. So that's the end for that string. That ends at number 73. So we're going to carry on, and again, this is intended for the people that can't come to the viewing, so we're going to, it's not as in-depth as if you are come to the viewing, because there's just not enough time. So let's cut that one there, and we'll move on to the next one.